Adrian Peterson, the renowned NFL star, otherwise known as AD, slammed into a wall of controversy not because of his on-field performances, but due to his off-field choices. It all kicked off one day, back in 2014, when his 4-year-old son visited him. To punish the boy for arguing with another sibling over a video game, Peterson allegedly went for an old-fashioned method, whipping the little kid with a switch, a tree branch stripped of its leaves. When images surfaced, displaying the harsh aftermath of Peterson's discipline method and sizes of the injuries were tough to swallow. Man, it had folks heated up. People everywhere went nuts. Some were shocked at the horrendous reality that a pro athlete, a role model to millions, could stoop to such violence against his child. More so, his parenting style was unpalatable to many. Adrian Peterson's situation flared debates all over the nation about what constitutes abuse and what's acceptable discipline. The boils simmered as experts dug deep into the hot-button topic of corporal punishment. They spoke about cultural, generational, and regional differences. Some defended it as a cultural practice prominent in the southern regions and among African American communities. On the other hand, others rejected the cultural label as an excuse to mask abusive behavior. The legal roller coaster for Peterson began with his indictment in Texas on child abuse charges, leading to deactivation from his team, the Minnesota Vikings, before their Week 2 game against the New England Patriots. With rising societal pressure, the Vikings, after initially reinstating him, binned Peterson on the exempt commissioner's permission list, practically sidelining him. It signified a fragile time in his career as he danced on thin ice with potential career-ending consequences. The court shenanigans were a tumultuous journey for Adrian. He was publicized for admitting his actions, but clarifying that there was no intent to harm. Yeah, that indeed raised a few eyebrows. The formal hearing date was a circus of anticipation, bringing with it mixed reactions. The climax occurred when Peterson agreed to a plea deal. He entered a no contest to a misdemeanor reckless assault charge, evading the felony abuse charge. The decision left many puzzled and frustrated, both law and football pundits alike. So, instead of potentially raving about his on-field form, we had to digest a legal thriller. The sentencing was a cocktail of surprise, ire, and relief. He got off with just a $4,000 fine, 80 hours of community service, and a requirement to attend a parenting course. As if that wasn't wild enough, his suspension by the NFL and loss of endorsements made a serious dent in his AD's financial universe. He was also barred from all team activities. In the end, he missed an entire season. Peterson's case, irrespective of the legal slack or shenanigans, successfully highlighted the need for seriousness about child abuse. Stricter laws, regulations, and better parenting methods were sought, and the urgent call for parents, including celebrities, to rethink physical punishments was strengthened. Across the U.S., child advocacy groups and experts used this incident to rally for the protection of children's rights. Adrian Peterson went back to the game post his sentencing, but his reputation took a serious beating, with the ugly scar of child abuse allegations acting as a lasting reminder of how quickly a shining career could dim. Despite all this, AD continued his football journey. Whether his actions affected his legacy or the broader perspective of the NFL, only time will tell. One thing is for sure. His case put the spotlight on the fine line that separates discipline from abuse, making people more vigilant about ensuring a safer environment for kids. I mean, it's okay to get tough on the field, right? But off the field, we gotta mellow down, especially when it involves kids because, they are the future.